Welcome students. So in the last video or in the last class we have derived the output equation of single phase transformer, correct? The final equation we have arrived for the single phase transformer. Okay. So now continuing we have to derive the output equation of three phase transformer. So if you see the figure here or the cross section of the core of three phase transformer, so there are three limbs. So this is one limb and this is second limb and this is third limb. So there are three limbs and two windows. So this is the second window and this is the first window. So this is window number 1 and this is window number 2. So there are two windows and there are three limbs or legs. So this is first, second and third. So this is the cross section of winding which is wounded on each limbs, correct? Each limb. So each phase will be wounded on each limbs. So this is, you can consider as a R phase, this as Y phase and this is B phase in case of three phase transformer. So near to the core LV winding, which is same in case of three phase as well as single phase transformer. So the LV winding is wounded near to the core. Next HV winding is wounded. So here also LV winding is near to the core and after that HV winding, LV winding and HV winding. So they are wounded in the legs or core of a transformer. That is in case of three phase core type transformer. So here you can say the window cross section of three phase core type transformer. So here the window area, this is WW, that is window area, and HW is the height of the window, or WW is the width of the window, you can say width of the window, and SW is height of the window. Total it is window area. So as I told you, so in the three phase transformer there are two windows, correct? So continuing the thing, so the cross section of three phase core type transformer has three limbs and two windows, as I told you in the video. So the cross section of three phase transformer core type transformer has three limbs and two windows. Each limb carries the low voltage and high voltage winding of a phase. Each phase there will be low voltage winding and high voltage winding which will be carrying with the each limb. The induced EMF in a transformer, which is given by E is equal to 4.44 F 5M into T volts, where E is the induced EMF, F is the supply frequency and 5M is the induced flux, correct? T is the number of turns, that is the EMF equation of the transformer, correct? So the EMF per turn ET is given by, so we have to divide by the EMF E by number of turns. So we will be getting 4.44 F into 5M volts. Here each window has two primary and two secondary windings. So there are two windows. So each window has two primary winding and two secondary windings are wounded. So window space factor, which is given as KW, window space factor, it is nothing but it is defined as the ratio of conductor area in the window divided by or to the total area of the window. So window space factor is given by, it is a ratio of conductor area in the window to the total area of the window. So conductor area of the window or copper area of the window is, if it is conductors are made up of copper winding, then you can say it is a copper area in the window. So which is given by AC, and total area of the window is given by AW. So we can say conductor area in the window AC from this equation, it is KW into AW. Call it as equation number 3. So as assuming the same current density in the both the winding, that is high voltage and low voltage winding, the current density delta is same. What is meant by current density? It is the amount of current flowing through per unit area, correct? So that is current density. So which is given by, in the mathematical equation, current density delta is given by IP by AP, or which is equal to IS by AS. That is IP is the primary current and AP is the primary area of cross section. IS is the secondary current and AS is the secondary area of cross section, which we are assuming it as same for both primary and secondary winding. So you can say that IP by AP is equal to IS by AS. So Next, area of cross section of primary conductor, that is AP is equal to IP by delta. From the previous equation, we can say from this one, we can write it as area of cross section of primary conductor, that is AP is equal to IP by delta. Similarly, area of cross section of secondary conductor is AS is equal to IS by delta, correct. So where IP is the primary current per phase and IS is the secondary current per phase. So neglecting magnetizing MMF, so we are not considering the magnetizing MMF, then primary ampere turns will be equal to secondary ampere turns, similar to that of derivation of single phase transformer. So if you are neglecting the magnetizing MMF, then primary ampere turns will be equal to secondary ampere turns. So you can write AT. Total it is AT, which is equal to IP into TP. IP is the primary current per phase and TP is the primary number of turns, which is equal to IS is the secondary current per phase and TS is the secondary number of turns. So total copper area in the window, that is AC, or total conductor area in the window, AC, which is equal to copper area of primary winding, if the copper is a conducting material, if it is used, then copper area of primary winding plus copper area of secondary winding, correct. So which is equal to 2 into number of primary turns into area of cross section of primary conductor, because each window carries two number of primary and secondary winding, correct. Each window carries two number of primary and secondary winding, so we have to multiply with 2 into number of primary turns into area of cross section of primary conductor plus 2 into number of secondary turns into area of cross section of secondary conductor. So you will be getting equal to 2 TP into AP, that is number of turns in the primary conductor, area of the primary conductor, plus 2 TS into AS, that is number of turns in the secondary conductor, and AS is the number of area of cross section of secondary conductor, which is equal to 2 TP. AP is nothing but IP by delta, we can substitute IP by delta, plus 2 TS, AS is IS by delta, So taking the common term outside, that is 2 by delta outside, so we will be getting TP into IP plus TS into IS, which is equal to 2 divided by delta into what is meant by TP into IP. TP into IP is AT, that is ampere turns. So here it is AT plus AT. So we will be getting 4 AT divided by delta. So 2 into this is 280, so 2 into 2, 480 by delta. So call it as equation number 4. Now equating equation number 3 and 4. So in the equation number 3 and 4, LHS side is same, correct. So we can equate both, because LHS side is the AC, correct. Copper area in the conductor in the both in equation number 3 and 4. So we can equate the right hand side. So KW AW equal to 480 divided by delta. So ampere turns AT equal to, from this equation, ampere turns AT is equal to KW AW delta by 4. Okay, we will be getting. Therefore, KVA rating of single phase transformer is given by Q is equal to 3 into Vp Ip into 10 to the power minus 3. So it is a 3-phase transformer. So we have to multiply with the phase voltage and phase current by 3. So there is no power factor, because we are expressing the terms in KVA. So 3 into Vp into Ip into 10 to the power minus 3. Vp is the voltage per phase voltage, Ip is the phase current, correct. So 3 into Vp into Ip into 10 to the power minus 3. So you have to multiply with 10 to the power minus 3, because the Q value we are expressing in terms of KVA, not in VA. So which is also, we can write it as 3 into EP into Ip into 10 to the power minus 3. So next, which is equal to 3 into, so I will write EP into Ip into 10 to the power minus 3. So I will divide EP by TP and multiply by TP. EP by TP and multiply by TP into IP into 10 to the power minus 3. So EP by TP is nothing but it is ET, correct. EMF per turn, that is ET. So AT is nothing but TP into IP, correct. So this will become 3 into ET into AT into 10 to the power minus 3, correct. So on substituting for ET and AT, that is EMF per turn and ampere turns, from the equation 3 and 4, we will be getting, on substituting the value of ET and AT from equation number 3 and 4. So equation we will be getting Q is equal to 3 into, what is ET? ET is nothing but 4.44 F into 5M. ET is nothing but 4.44 F into 5M into, and AT is ampere turns is kW AW delta by 4. kW AW delta by 4 into 10 to the power minus 3. So you will be getting 4, and this 4.44 will get cancel, and we will get 1.11. 1.11 into 3, we will be getting 3.33. So Q is equal to 3.33 F5M kW AW delta into 10 to the power minus 3. Correct. So this is the output equation of three-phase transformer. So the output equation of single-phase transformer is given by Q is equal to 2.22 F5M kW AW delta into 10 to the power minus 3. But output equation of three-phase transformer is given by Q is equal to 3.33 F5M kW AW delta into 10 to the power minus 3. So F is the supply frequency, 5M is the maximum flux, kW is the window areas. Window space factor, AW is the area of the window, and delta is the current density. So if you substitute BM is nothing but 5M divided by AI, correct. So BM is the flux density. BM is the flux density, which is equal by flux per unit area, correct, unit area. So if you substitute that one, so Q is equal to 3.33 F into BM. Instead of 5M you can write BM into, instead of 5M you can write BM into AI. So BM into AI kW AW delta into 10 to the power minus 3. So in the numerical problem, if they give the value of net iron area and flux density, then you can use this equation. If they don't give the iron area and flux density, only if they give the maximum flux, then you can use this equation for solving the problem. Okay. So this here the Q value is expressed in terms of kV, not in VA. So in the problem, in a numerical problem, if they give there is a transformer, the rating of the transformer as 200 kVA, so you have to write in the place of Q as 200 only. No need of multiplying with 10 to the power 3, correct. So because Q value is expressed in kVA only. So above equation is the output equation of three-phase transformer. Okay, so we have already derived the two equations, that is output equation of single phase transformer and output equation of three phase transformer. Both derivations are very important in the examination point of view. So you should be very thorough in the deriving these two equations. Okay, so next we have to learn about the EMF per turn. EMF per turn. The transformer design starts with the selection of appropriate value of EMF per turn. So selection of EMF per turn is also a important part for the design of transformer. Correct. The ratio phi-m by AT, the ratio phi-m, that is flux phi-m divided by AT, which is equal to R, is a constant for a transformer of given type, service and method of construction. If you choose a transformer which is having a for a given transformer of type, service and method of construction, the value of phi-m by AT, that is flux divided by ampere turns, is equal to R. We can take it as R, which is constant. So we have kVA per phase. kVA per phase is equal to Q is equal to Vp into Ip into 10 to the power minus 3, correct, per phase value. So which is equal to Vp is nothing but 4.44 F into phi-m into Tp into Ip into 10 to the power minus 3. So Vp is nothing but EMF equation. So Vp also you can write, Ep also you can write, which is same. So which is equal to 4.44 F into phi-m into Tp into Ip into 10 to the power minus 3. So which is equal to 4.44 F phi-m Tp into Ip, you can it is nothing but ampere turns, so dt into 10 to the power minus 3. So which is equal to 4.44 F into phi-m. At you can write it from here. So At is nothing but phi-m divided by R, because it is a constant. So phi-m divided by R into 10 to the power minus 3. So from this you can take it as it is a phi-m square, which is equal to Q into R, because Q is here Q into R divided by 4.44 F into 10 to the power 3, correct. So 5m square equal to QR divided by 4.44 F into 10 to the power 3 you will be getting, correct. So which is equal to, if you take the square root, 5m equal to QR into 10 to the power 3 divided by 4.44 F to the power 0.5 to the power 0.5, that is, you are taking the square root of QR into 10 to the power 3 divided by 4.44 into F. So we know that EMF per turn equation is ET is equal to 4.44 F into 5m, correct. So substituting for 5m you will be getting, so this value of 5m you will be substituting here. So you will be getting ET is equal to 4.44 F into QR into 10 to the power 3 divided by 4.44 F to the power 0.5. So you will be substituting the value of 5m as square root of QR into 10 to the power 3 divided by 4.44 F, correct. So you will be getting 4.44 F into R into 10 to the power 3 in the to the power 0.5. You are rearranging, so you will be getting square root of, so this is square root and this is 4.44 F, correct. So you will be getting here square root, correct. So square root of 4.44 F into R into 10 to the power 3. So here Q is separating, so Q to the power 0.5. So just rearranging this term, so you will be getting, you can write it as K into square root of Q. So this is Q to the power 0.5, you can write it as square root, correct. So K into square root of Q. So where K is nothing but square root of 4.44 FR into 10 to the power 3. So where K is 4.44 FR into 10 to the power 3 under square root. So which is equal to, we can write 4.44 F, R is nothing but 5m by 80, correct. 5m by 80 into 10 to the power 3 under square root. From the equation we can say that the EMF per turn is proportional to K, correct. So K is nothing but 4.44 F into 5m by 80 into 10 to the power 3 square, correct. Or you can say from this equation ET is nothing but K into square root of Q. You can write from this equation ET is nothing but K into square root of Q, or you can say that EMF per turn, that is ET, is proportional to the value of K. Therefore the value of K depends on the type, service condition and method of construction of transformer. So K value is depends upon the, as we have initially told, it is depends upon the service condition and method of construction of transformer. So we can say that EMF per turn also depends upon the type of the transformer, service condition and method of construction of transformer. Okay, so we have arrived this equation. So this is also, this derivation is also important in the examination point of view. Derive the relation between kVA output of the transformer with the EMF per turn of a transformer. So you have to derive till this one. Okay, so we will continue in the next video. Thank you.